What's up, YouTube? This is Fortan Zimbo. I'm only here to speak about education purpose and to make you wake up, to wake you consciousness, to make you think, to give you that in your mind, your fault, to think, what am I doing wrong? You won't think like this. If you won't think like this, I just want you to think. Just want us, our brain, to think, to have some of idea how we can wake up so we can stop sleeping. If we've been sleeping for 400 years or for 200 years or for 300 years, we need to wake up. Our black young men and black female, you need to understand we are under attack. We've been under attack for many years, for generation after generation. But there is a time that we need to stand up. We have to fight for what is right. Education is a principle of life. Education is a principle of life for you, for me, for your mother, for your father. We need to understand all of this. Let me just say this. Do you know that you as a black person, you as a Negro, you was treated less than a dog. You was treated less than a dog. Inhuman. A white person treats you inhuman, uncivilized. It was really terrible for you back in the day, for your ancestor. It was worse than you think. If you think it was a place of paradise back in the day, no, it wasn't. It was horrible. That's why history is very important. That's why we need to teach our children about the history. We need to teach our children about the history. We need to teach our children everything that happened in the past so they can understand where they're going. I have a question for you, parents. I have a question for you, Negro parents, and I have a question for all of you, young men and young female. Do you know who you were before slavery and before colonization? Do you know who you were before slavery? Because I have one picture here, you can see how white people they treated us. How white people they treated us. It was really horrible. It was extremely cruel, civilized. How they treated us back in the day. I will say this, my young brother and young sister. The more closely united we are, the better we will resist the oppression. Because the oppression, they want to divide us. And because we are used to in being divided, we don't like to be united. It's easy for any other race to separate us, to manipulate us. Are the only race that gets manipulated easily. We are the only race in the entire world that get manipulated easily. And we love white people so much so we can be easily manipulated. We don't control nothing. Economic, we are zero. We struggle to hold anything that is good for us. Look, we have so many young black men and young black female that is studying in higher education so they can be better. They need to be better. But what are you gaining after you finish your studying? What are you building? Do you even think about building anything? Do you even think about your degree that you're receiving in university? Do you think about bringing your black people together so you can work together to be united, not individual, but united to be one, to do and to create something together? Because we need each other. We need each other. Don't think about the person that is next to you that don't look like you, that you think they have best interest on you. We have to bring ourselves together to build something. We need foundation that it can be for us. We need to have a love of work, economic ownership of property. In the future, we'll grow practical of education, professional education, position of public responsibility. We need young people to take that responsibility so they can be great in what they're doing. You young men and young female, don't take anything for granted. I'm telling you this because I know I've been there, I was there. I know how struggle is. I know how to struggle. I starved. I didn't eat for 3 days because I lived in poverty. I lived in poverty when I was in Africa. Sometimes me, my brothers, will go 3 days without food. We'll go in school without food. You're struggling. Education in Africa, it wasn't easy. Education in Africa, it wasn't easy at all. It's brutal. We've struggled. We, as Black people, we have a lot of trauma in us, but we need to understand the trauma our ancestors they went through. It was brutal. It was brutal. A white person will hide your history because you don't want to learn your history. A white person will try to erase your history and you will accept it because you don't want to look on your own history because you find there is no interest on you. You need to learn your history so you can understand where you came from, who you were before slavery, who you were before you became a property of someone else. You young Black men and young Black female, you need to be strong. Mentally, you need to be strong. You need to strengthen yourself here to understand you. We need you. We need you to study, to be involved in science. You need to be involved in business, economic. We need you to be smart than us. You have to be smart than your parents because we already failed in so many ways. So don't take anything for granted when you're growing. Even if you see your parents, they've been easy on you, they shouldn't. They should be hard on you. But your parents, they need to be in your life. They need to be involved in your life. They need to resist any pain, any agony that you're gonna go through. They need to be there with you. The struggle is only gonna make you stronger. The struggle is only gonna make you stronger. You already struggling because you have the enemy that treated your ancestor in human, brutal way. They carry on the act of evil in the name of the Bible so they can be cruelty to your ancestor. Don't forget that history is very important to us Black people. Young Black men and young Black female, we need you in technology. We need you in technology. We need you to understand science. So we as people, we can study ourselves to understand what is wrong with Black race. We need to study ourselves to understand what is wrong with Black race. We cannot be relying on other race also they can inspire us or lying to us in the name of science of their own creation. We cannot rely on that. We need you to get involved, understand, analyze, be smart, anticipate all the move that they do around you so you yourself can study what you didn't understand about yourself. So young Black men and female, this is only for education purpose. I'm not here to be to speak on a bad way, but to give us the mind where we can think. Is about you to think to understand. So I'll catch you to the next video.